Let's find the real solutions of this polynomial. To do that, we'll use synthetic division. In order to do that, we need to know where to start. So we'll use some potential zeros to find a starting place. To find potential zeros, we start with the factors of the constant. The constant is 2, and the factors of 2 are 1 and 2. And we'll divide that by the factors of the leading coefficient, which in this case is 1. So we just have plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. These are the potential rational zeros. If we wanted to do this algebraically, we would plug these in to f one at a time. Plug in 1, see what the result is, plug in -1, check the result, and so on. We're looking for numbers or potential zeros that when you plug them in give you a 0 when we simplify. X to the 4th plus x cubed minus 3x squared minus x and plus 2. Go then to the table, and remember we're looking for what is the x value when the y values are 0. So notice we have when x is -2, the y value is 0. When x is -1, the y value is 0. And another, when x is 1, the y value is 0. So let's just make a note of that. In the calculator, we found -2, -1, and 1. Now we'll use synthetic division to divide that polynomial so that we can break it down into its fully factored form. Pick any of those starting values in green. I'm going to start with -2. We'll list the coefficients of f and then do synthetic division. Drop down the 1, multiply -2 times 1, then add -2 times -1, add -2 times -1, add -2 times 1, add, and notice we get a 0 remainder, which is what we were hoping to get. So f, we can rewrite now. The 0 that we used is -2. The factor we divided by is x plus 2. Then the result is the quotient down here. X to the 3rd minus x squared minus x plus 1. Continue factoring. We'll just use the next 0 that we found in the calculator. So -1. You can drop down those coefficients from earlier. Drop down the 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. We get a 0 remainder. So now f is x plus 2 times, notice the 0 that we used is -1. That means the factor that we divided by is x plus 1. The result is the coefficients here. X squared minus 2x plus 1. If we wanted to continue using synthetic division, we could. We do have another 0, but this quadratic may be easier and faster to just factor. Two numbers that multiply to 1 and add to -2 are -1 and -1. So we can now rewrite f as x plus 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 squared. We have that multiplicity because that factor occurs twice. And then continuing to find the zeros, we would take that factored form and set it equal to 0. Set each individual factor equal to 0, and x minus 1 equals 0. Solving each of these, x equals negative 2, x equals negative 1, and x equals positive 1. So we have the zeros, or real solutions of the polynomial. We also found the factored form. So if we need the factored form, we have it as well.